We are up to chapter 19, Bugging Out. Don't eat my book, please, Remy. No, don't eat my book. Just stay there for pats. The Fiat was submerged up to its tyres. A marble statue of a naked cherub was in the middle of the fountain, and it peed a stream of water directly at the Fiat's front windscreen. Leo knew that it all must have looked epically bad. His mind scrambled to work out why Lily Cummings was even there. Then he remembered his best friend Jinx had told him that Lily was going on holidays to Europe with her family. "It is you," said Lily, arriving at the edge of the fountain and surveying the scene. She brushed her fringe from her eyes. "It's in my pants," whispered Leo urgently to Abby as Rhino burrowed towards his butt crack. "What's in your pants?" said Abby, too loudly. "Dung beetle," whispered Leo. Abby shrugged and held out the tiny dung beetle mungo. "Does he need company?" "This isn't funny," whispered Leo, teeth clenched, gyrating his body in a futile attempt to dislodge Rhino. He nodded towards Lily and added, "I know her from school." "Oh," whispered Abby, looking over at Lily. "Then it's definitely funny. It's like a high school reunion." Leo glared at Abby and wondered if she'd finally lost the plot. There was literally nothing funny about the entire situation. "Are you okay, Leo?" called Lily. She lifted her sunglasses and peered at him. "I mean, apart from the fact that your car's in a fountain." "Bug infestation," called Leo. He looked pointedly at Abby. "Right, sis?" "Yeah," said Abby. "Never going to use this hire car company again." "Do you need help?" said Abby. Lily. "I could go and get my mum and dad." "No," said Leo, squirming. "We're fine." In fact, he was far from fine. Rhino was trying to chew through his turnstile outfit. Lily stared at him, perplexed. "You can thank me for this later," whispered Abby. She called over to Lily. "I think my little brother has a concussion. Can you go get some ice from that gelato store over there?" "Sure," said Lily. Her gaze lingered momentarily on Leo, who looked like he was fighting an army of invisible ants. Then she jogged towards the gelato shop at the edge of the piazza. "Please don't tell me you need me to reach in there and pick that bug from your butt crack," said Abby, looking disgustedly at Leo as he writhed. "Oh, sure," said Leo, jamming both hands inside his pants, "because I need one more experience to officially make me never want to stop vomiting." He felt Rhino scurrying around his thigh and grabbed him tightly. Rhino's tiny legs clung defiantly to the fabric of Leo's turnstile outfit, but Leo squeezed him forcefully until he finally let go. "In here," said Abby, holding up a small plastic food container she'd pulled from her backpack. Leo dropped Rhino in, and Abby dropped Mungo on top of him. The two dung beetles started wrestling each other as Abby clamped the lid on the container. "Come on," she said. "Test drive's over. Let's get out of here before things get really hairy." Abby climbed onto the back of the waterlogged Fiat and leapt out of the fountain. "Wait," said Leo, jumping awkwardly after her. He misjudged the leap, one foot slipping in the water as he stumbled onto the ground. Abby didn't slow down. Leo chased her, water sloshing from his shoe. "Abby, hold on," said Leo, catching up to her. He glanced back at the gelato store where he could just see the store owner handing a bag of ice to Lily. "We can't just go." "Actually, we can," said Abby, walking briskly towards a laneway. "In case you've forgotten, we're meant to be searching for a megalomaniac scientist who's determined to permanently turn every turner on Earth." "I know that," said Leo. He looked back at the gelato store. Lily was paying for the bag of ice. "And you may have noticed that Gonzales seems to be succeeding," added Abby. "And somehow every time we get close to finding him, something bad happens to us." "I know that too," said Leo. "Also, we just dumped a limited edition Fiat 500 in the fountain," said Abby, marching up the laneway. "So probably best that we, get out of here." I believe you dumped a limited edition Fiat in a fountain." Details," said Abby, waving her hand airily. "Anyway, you can have your reunion with your little girlfriend another time." "She's not my girlfriend," said Leo, still struggling to keep up with Abby. There was a loud, sudden scream behind them. "Lily," said Leo. He spun around and ran back towards the piazza. Lily was standing at the edge of the fountain holding a bag of ice in one hand. Her mouth was gaping open, in shock as she stared at the water. Ernie was bobbing on his back. A pigeon was sitting on his forehead. Is that Ernie Seaborn? Said Lily, her face white. Said Leo. The pigeon began to peck at Ernie's eyeballs. Said Leo again. Then Ernie's body began to dissolve. Lily dropped the bag of ice. I think I'm going to faint, she said. Then she fainted. Okay, our next chapter is called Chapter 20, Coffee, Crepes and Clues. Crepes sounds something French. I wonder if they're going to end up in France or something. We'll have to find out.